Hello, ladies, and welcome to the Beauty Shaman. This is my good friend, Tahisha.
Hello.
We've been friends for like 24 years.
At least.
At least.
We don't need to go higher.
It's like crazy. Yeah. We're not going to, we'll feel really ancient. So, so I am excited to do Tahisha's makeup and make it a tutorial for all of you African-American viewers who I'm very excited to finally have an offering for you. You are my offering. Yay.
See?
All right, so I'm going to do a little bit of C serum to hydrate Tahisha's skin, even though her skin is really, like you can see, she's got beautiful skin. I love your skin color and the,
thank you,
health of it. But I'm going to use a little C serum.
And what is C serum?
So this is just packed with vitamin C.
Ooh, okay.
And nutrients, and it just makes your skin glow.
I'm all about the glow.
All about the glow.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're lucky; you just really don't have any lines.
Oh, thank you.
You really don't, and that's I think that is a lot of your ethnic background, which is really great. And
thanks for the jeans, Mom.
Yeah, actually mine, I get a little bit more, and everybody's different, right? But that's you. Okay, so there you see how shimmery and healthy Tahisha's skin. All right, I'm going to use a primer. This is Smooth Affair by Jane Iredale. We're going to prime Tahisha's skin.
So does that just help the makeup go on?
So this just keeps it on your skin. So it doesn't come sliding off. Makes it last longer. Okay, cool. This is sheer.
Because we got partying to do tonight. So
we're going to a comedy act tonight. So. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I don't do makeup at all. Like, I know nothing about it. I own it. I go to the MAC counter and they make me up and I buy all the stuff and then I go home and I don't know how to use it. So, so if I ask a lot of questions, be patient with me.
All right, so I'm going to put Tahisha's foundation on. I've got it on a palette here with a brush. If you watch my videos, I put my own makeup on with my fingers. But with other people, I'm going to use this. Okay, so one of the great things about Tahisha's face, which I'm so happy to be able to show you, is she has different skin tones, different skin colors. So it's a little bit darker around the edges, right? And around her mouth. And then this is lighter. Super typical, super normal. So I'm happy to be able to show this. What I do is I match what's going on through here. And then I'll show you how I match that on the outside. Rather than trying to lighten your skin or darken your skin, we're just, you got to close your eyes. I'll poke it in your eyeball. We're just going to match that lighter shade. And I'm not going to pull it all the way down. Okay. And then I'm going to grab, whoops, clunk. Just going to blend this in. So I'm going to use my finger to do a little bit of concealer because I want to warm it slightly on Tahisha's face. So this is a MAC palette. It's a bit mucky, sorry.
It's well loved.
It's loved. Look up. If you can, I know it's really. So I'm going to just use this around her eyes. So Tahisha has a little bit, like so many of us, a little bit of a gray brown around her eyes. Whenever your skin gets that little bit of gray, you got to use something with an orangey undertone. So this is more of a warm orange. It's not orange, but I'm using kind of undertones as a broadly here. But that's how you take that out. See? And then I'm also going to use a little bit around her nose because I just want to pop this part of her face. Beautiful. So I'm just smoothing that out. Okay, close for me. Highlight a little bit through here. You can use concealer as a highlighter. I'm kind of doing that. Very nice. Okay. All right, now I'm going to use the dark blot powder by MAC. So I love this because it is very, very translucent and doesn't leave a residue on the skin. Just takes out all that lovely sheen we've got going on here. Just mats it out a little bit.
I use that a lot in the summer.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It just absorbs the oil. I love black powder. Okay, so now we've got some foundation, and now I'm going to use, this is actually Studio Fix by MAC. This is a C7. I've written that in the back myself. This is more the shade of Tahisha's, the lower part of her chin and face. So I'm going to use a contour brush, and then I'm going to pull this just matching her skin, basically, on the outer edges. A little bit underneath her chin, cheek. You've already got the darkness through here, so I'm just barely going to touch that. So I've just grabbed a tiny bit of a darker shade here. This is N10. It's a little bit more cool tones to it, so that this is going to show up a bit more. I want it to show up a tiny bit more. Oops, sorry. Didn't whack you in the head. So I like that. That's nice. So we're getting a tiny bit more color on her cheeks, which I really like. That's beautiful. Okay. I'm going to take the same color. I'm going to take N10. And I'm going to add with a blender brush. And I'm just going to do a tiny bit of that in her, over her lid. I like this because it just blends everything together in such a pretty way. All right, I'm going to fill in Miss Tahisha's eyebrows.
Ooh, that's the fun part.
So I'm just going to use kind of just a brown, a cool brown.
So with eyebrows and eyes, what's the overall goal most of the time?
What do you mean?
Meaning, am I trying to make my eyes look bigger, smaller? Am I brightening? Am I darkening? Am I doing both? Am I, what's the overall objective in terms of the eyes in relation to the rest of the face when you're working on them? Like, what's the big picture you should have in mind?
So for
when you're working on one spot?
That's a great question. So what's the goal here? What's the big picture? I'm going for balance. So I want everything to just be harmonious and balanced and pretty. So, I think there's different trends where you're like, okay, it's all about eyebrows and it's all about lips. And with older women, I tend to not go with that as much. I tend to go with what's going to look best on them, right? Because we're older. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to make it all be harmonious and beautiful.
Okay.
So that's the focus here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do lips and then we're going to go back and do eyes. I like to do lips first.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to do, this is called Cork. This is a MAC lip liner brush. Now, Tahisha has fantastic lips. They're beautiful. And she has this light pink in the middle naturally. I was going to call you a bad name because so many of us try to achieve that and you just got it. You know what I mean?
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. Yeah, we're very grateful. Mom just turned 81, right?
Yeah. She looks good, you guys.
Yeah. Of course she
gave
does.
me hope.
Yeah. Yeah, you're lucky. You got her lovely spirit too, her fighting spirit. So I think that's the greatest gift our moms give us.
Yes.
Okay, and we're going to just lightly do just a warm brown. Okay. Very pretty. Now, if I wanted to, I could make this pink bit here pop out even more by making the outer edge a little darker, if you feel like it. And then I'm going to use, this is actually called See-Through. It's a matte color, lip gloss. So this is sort of I love this color. It's sort of a neutral, peachy tone, I guess. And I'm going to mix, because I like to blend, so I'm going to mix this color right here, which is a little bit of a bronze, with it.
Cool.
So it's just going to add a little bit of a warmth to it. Because I don't want it to be too outstanding, because we're going to really make up Tahisha's eyes here. And make them really beautiful. Well, they're beautiful already. We're just going to make them pop out.
Yay.
Yay. So I love this. Just a soft bronze. Now, if you're like, wait a minute, which color do I get then? I'm all about creating your own. You can use any lip gloss, like a sheer lip gloss or natural, and mix it with any lipstick to get whatever color you want. Just blend it together and then pop it on. That looks really, really beautiful. I'm super happy with that. And that lipstick that I used was called Fetish by MAC.
I love that one.
I think I got you into that one,
yes,
didn't
you
I?
did.
I did. I'm sure I did. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to Miss Tahisha's eyes here. So I have been seeing just a tiny bit of green. I want a little bit of green on her lid. I don't know why. I just do. It's a thing. Okay.
It's awesome.
It's awesome. So I'm going to take, this is a green. See, that's lovely. Kind of a sagey green color. I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry. And I'm going to just pop a little bit of this on her lid. Because it's just needs to happen. So we're going to see just a very, very soft sage green there.
This is the master doing her thing.
Doing my thing. So Tahisha has a smaller lid, so you could do this, right? Because they're not deep set. So if you don't have too deep set of eyes, you can pull this off. This has a little bit of a sheen to it too, which makes me so happy. That's really pretty. Okay. Now I'm going to do a little bit of eyeliner. And I'm going to do a liquid liner. Sorry for all of you who are terrified of liquid liner. This is a MAC gel liner with a thin brush. Very, very thin brush. Let me just show you how thin that is. Look at that. Sorry, I'm going in front of your face.
No worries.
See that? This can be challenging. You got to practice.
I have a twin sister. She's really good at this. I suck at it.
Yeah. Yeah, your sister wears more makeup than you do for sure. All right, I'm going right next to her lashes. See that? Very tight. Because she has smaller lids, I do not want to do a really thick line. Plus, as you get older, ladies, thick line just looks garish. You got to learn how to do the thinner line. And if you notice, I just lay that right on the lashes. This is a lot harder to do on yourself. I know. For those of you who are like, yeah, right, dude. So how do y'all do with that, with liquid liner? I'd love to get some feedback with questions you have about liquid liner down below in the comments. Would love to hear from you. There you go.
Cool.
Beautiful, right? Like that just looks incredible on your eyes. Really, really nice.
What are there rules about liner regarding the lid or the base of I'm not sure if I'm using this right. Here versus here.
So to open up the eye, you pretty much want to go above.
Okay.
That's a great question. You always want to go above. Sometimes women get the idea that if they do a dark liner underneath, that it opens up the eye. That's actually not the case. You can do a little bit of color, and I am going to do that. So by the way, now I'm putting a charcoal, because we're going to play a bit with charcoal today. A little charcoal over the top of that with a thin brush, this thin brush. And what that does is it softens down that line. So if you mess up the line, if you muck it up, very easy to just soften it down with this. But I still want to keep that line really thin. Open your eye. So you just softened it down just a bit. Again, now I'm using this palette right here in case you're wondering which one I'm using. This is a Jane Iredale Daytime. And I'm using this color right here, this charcoal, which is really beautiful. And great for kind of the look we're going for here today. So I'm going to use the brown now from the palette here. I'm going to use this warm brown. Just a tiny bit underneath her eye. Look up. So notice I'm not using the charcoal. You can, I guess, but I'm wanting some softness here. I don't want a really dark liner around her eye. Even though this is probably more liner than I've ever seen on you. Yeah. You don't really wear makeup. Okay, so now I'm going to use the charcoal. Again, we're going back to charcoal here. And I could actually stop. I think you look really beautiful, but I'm going to go a tiny bit further. Okay, close. And I'm going to add this charcoal. Same color I just put over the top of the liquid liner. And I'm going to put that on the outer edge. See how that just kind of, with hooded lids or smaller lids, this is a really effective way to just bring out your eyes. But you have to go at it slowly, okay? So you don't look like you've just gone way OTT, you know? So I'm just, if you notice how softly I'm going at that. Look in the mirror. So beautiful. Ah, that's pretty. Oh, I'm so
She's
smart.
So funny.
I'm going to blend it. That's gorgeous. Okay, same thing on this side. Okay, so now I've got that lovely shading. Oops, I hit your boob. Let me do that again. All right, so now all right, so now I've done some shading with the charcoal, and I'm going to use this color right here. It's kind of a little bit of a lighter brown, and I'm going to go right here just to highlight that just a bit. Because she has beautiful brows, so why not, right? Just lighten that up a little bit. Very pretty. I'm not going to do, like sometimes people want to do shading, you know, through here. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible here. That looks really freaking so pretty. All right, so we're going to do some mascara.
Okay. Oh, damn. Okay.
Tisha has naturally curly, like your lashes curl up so beautifully. So I'm not going to use a lash curler. If you have straighter lashes, sometimes that can really be a lovely thing. Okay, ladies, so that is my beautiful Tahisha makeup today. I'm happy with this because I love that I didn't even like add any blush. I think the bronzer, the contour that I used is just a lovely warm hue, which I think looks really pretty, and it goes well with the lip color I used on her. And then I think her eyes are soft, but they've got pop, which I really love. So thank you, Tisha. Well, how do you feel, honey?
I feel good. I feel like a woman. I mean, you know, like, okay.
And before she didn't. Okay, this is what's important.
I mean, you know, less of.
Thank you for watching The Beauty Shaman. Please don't forget to subscribe and visit my website at thebeautyshaman.com. Use the code SB10 for 10% off and always get free shipping. Thank you for watching.
Bye.